What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to this episode of Shooting from the Script. I am your host, Kevin Young Sr. You can find me here, of course, if you're here already. You can also find me on Twitch at 5Yellow5. It's the number 5, Yellow 5. If you know, you know. And you can find me on Instagram at Yellow De La Player. All one word, motherfucker. And I'm going to apologize in advance because this is arguably going to be the most ghetto episode y'all ever going to see, because I just got home from work and I'm hungry. So I'm going to be enjoying me a meal. And then tonight, y'all come join me at 9 o'clock Central Time on my Twitch. So today we're going to be joined by Chris Classic Williams. Y'all know who he is. Y'all see it down there. Y'all see it, boy. I seen a post that said, grandma ain't make, y'all grew up and y'all grandma never made tacos. And I thought about it. You know what my first thought was? Shame on her. Shame on her for not giving us these beautiful things in advance. I'm trying not to crunch right in the camera, but I'm hungry. I'm trying to crunch right in. Try not to crunch right into the microphone, but I'm hungry. What's good, bro?
Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear, man.
Okay, what's going on, my brother?
There's tacos. That's what's going on. Shit.
Tacos are life, my brother.
Man, for real, I feel 100% better.
Tacos are life. Do you want to wait a few minutes or?
We'll give it a second too. Let the folks matriculate in. You know what I'm saying? We'll shoot the minor shit until we get into the meat and potatoes of the conversation. What's been going on with you, man?
I've been blessed. I can't complain. I'm just grateful for another day, right mind, a lot of stuff. And how are you, brother?
Better now.
Yes, sir.
Fresh off work, man. Trying to mentally prepare though. Like, I know you told the world. I'm gonna tell y'all now. If y'all don't know, September 18th, your boy makes his I guess it will be my pro wrestling debut. I guess.
Yeah,
Sure. Why not? Let's call it that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, sure. Should debut. I'll
let you tell it. I'll let you tell it because it's your promotion. It's your
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Young Sr. of Shooting from the Script will be the official ring announcer for Kingdom Come, which is September 18th, Hammond, Indiana, Gene Shepherd Community Center. Doors open 12:30 p.m. Showtime at 1. We end at 3. It's going to be a historic event. All the shows have been historic. Congrats, brother. I'm proud. I'm glad that you accepted it. We've been doing a lot of stuff with wrestling and doing things in full rotation. We haven't held anything back, so I'm glad you're part of this show.
Hey man, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, sometimes it's all about the opportunities we get in life. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I definitely wasn't expecting this coming, but I am not about to shy away from it. You know what I mean? I'm going to it the best I can. I've been trying to get my Howard Finkel / Michael Buffer / Josh Roberts. What's his name? Justin Roberts. Justin Roberts. Yeah, Justin Roberts on. Yeah. You know, I'm trying to find my inner thunderous voice. So that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So I finished half of this. I'll put this to the side right now. Let's get to the business, man. Y'all know why we here.
Okay. I'm I'm looking up some stuff, so don't make it seem like I'm not like paying attention or anything like that. But hey, bro, I need help real quick, man. I need you to help me look. I think I lost something. I'm looking for something right now, bro. Can you help me look for it?
What you looking for, man? What you trying to find? What don't you see?
Man, I'm trying to look for this, but I just can't see it, brother. Maybe the people, who coming in, maybe they can help us look for it too, brother. Because I don't think you see it neither, brother.
Man.
Is it? No, it's not here. It's not on my laptop.
It ain't back there.
It's damn near. It's damn near not on AEW Dark. No, it's actually on Dark. It's on Elevation, but it's definitely it's not a lot. It's little to none on Dynamite and Rampage. That's what, 3 hours. That's 3 hours, right?
I think I know what you're looking for now.
That's 3 hours, right? That's the main shows that people tune into, right? The ratings and everything.
4 hours.
It's 4 hours.
Two hours.
I didn't know that.
2 hour shows.
See, I thought Rampage was an hour. I don't know. Hey, I still can't find it, bro.
I think I know what you're looking for. Audience, can you tell him what he can find on
This ain't
AEW
Christian
Dark
Pose.
and Elevation, but not on Dynamite and Rampage? Can anybody tell me?
Well, this is not the Christian Pose. I'm looking for it.
Let me give y'all a hint. It starts with a B and end with Eble. Tony Khan. Where is the black folks, brother? Where is the black folks? I'm just saying.
What are black people at, man?
I don't know.
Look, I'm gonna say this right now. Can you hear me? Okay.
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so I have waited. I did not want to jump the gun on this. I promise you, I waited. I've seen articles. I've seen videos. I've put comments from here to there about this situation.
Mm-hmm.
But we can no longer use the excuse of, oh, they're a new company, give it time. We cannot do that.
Yeah.
We cannot do that. Now, for people that do disagree with this, okay, you're saying, okay, well, you see Red Velvet from time to time on Rampage. This nothing against Red Velvet. I actually like Red Velvet. I really do. But we need more. You know.
Yep.
You do a great job with Jade. Jade comes in and out, but I'm asking for more. And let's get this out the way. And I'm gonna say this many a times. We don't want tokenism.
No.
We don't want tokenism. We don't want to be like, oh, we got to support them because it's a black person. We don't want that. What we want is showcase and opportunity. And these are things that Tony Khan said out of his own mouth. In 2019, I got receipts, brother. I got receipts because I know what I'm talking about. So, on Fightful.com, the article clearly states from Tony Khan, he discussed bringing diversity into the AEW male singles division, right?
Yep.
So,
I remember that.
He says, I think you are going to see some wrestlers of color in the men's title division. It is something that is absolutely really important to me, and we have some wrestlers that are absolutely going to contend. Now, that's the good part. It's not about winning, a contend. Now, I had a video a couple months back saying WWE's problem is that they don't have a lot of main event black wrestlers, that if they lose the title, that they're still in it. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, right. Contend. That was commendable. And you know, I don't want to tip my hand on that necessarily who been going into contention. He didn't say. It also says that it's supposed to be implemented by 2019's end. Brother Kevin, what year is this? What year is this?
This is the year. This is the year of the Lord and Savior 2021.
So this is in 2019, right?
Yes. This is 2
So like
years later.
we're wrapping up. We're wrapping up this year, really. Now, people are Christmas shopping, Halloween, Thanksgiving, getting the turkey, gobble gobble. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
the end of 2019, that was a long time ago, right? I mean, 2020, the year 2020 felt like 2 years in itself, so it's damn near 3 years.
I was gonna say, right. We can count 2020 as 2 years, so yeah, you're right about that.
You see what I'm getting here. So I remember, because I want your input on this, but before I go on, I remember the announcements, the podiums, all the stuff. They were showing what they had to offer as a company, right? Now, regardless how you feel about the lifestyles of Sonny Kiss or Nyla Rose, they are two people of color.
Absolutely.
They had a chance to speak. So not only were they speaking for people of color, regardless, they were also speaking for the LGBT and everything like that. What is their position in the company now?
Yeah, none. None. They're on the roster. They're there. They're very much there. Basically, Nyla has pretty much been reduced to a joke monster. You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't intimidate anybody anymore. I mean, considering the person she is, she should be dominating. She should be dominating, man. Nyla should have won the belt and never lost it. Like I'm just gonna say it like that. She should have won the belt and still been a champion. Just being realistic. Like on the realistic side, she should have still been a champion. Boo her all you want. 700-day reign. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a big fan of like her presentation either. But it would have went a lot better to what it was. And then Sonny Kiss, I don't think they take him seriously. I don't think they take him serious. I think he was a signing for I think he is as talented as he needs to be there, but I think he was a quota signing. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a means to an end. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be because he's super talented. You know what I'm saying? And if he was used more, I would fully support it. But
yeah. Now, I will say this. No diss to neither one of them because they are at a position where a lot of people know who they are and who the hell am I. They both do need ring work. But that is not an excuse because they have a lot of wrestlers that's on Dynamite and Rampage that need work too.
And even for you to say it, I'm so far removed from even criticizing somebody's work. But man, look, if that's the case, man, it's a lot of these folks out here who shouldn't be in the ring, man. It's a lot of them need ring work, and I ain't just talking about the moves. I'm talking about the selling.
Nobody want to talk about that though. Nobody want to talk about that. That's the thing, bro. Nobody wants to talk about that. And the good thing to see guys like CM Punk and Daniel Bryan and stuff like that could also help these people because they probably grew up watching these people in WWE or ROH and everything before that. So they'll show you how to work. Punk did phenomenal against Darby Allin, and they didn't do nothing crazy. Come on, man.
Hell,
they didn't do nothing crazy.
It was so messed up that after the match, you know how as fans we get in there and we start analyzing. That half of them blended the match with so basically Punk and Darby Allin took elements of Bret Hart versus 1, 2, 3 Kid. You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't know, you didn't know, and it was a fun way to find out. If you knew, it was cool seeing it in a moment. I personally didn't know. It took for me to see the other video. It took for you to post to even me to realize that he had like Bret Hart inspired type tights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you good.
It's okay to be inspired by other matches. So it worked. It worked for them. It worked for everybody. I thought it was good. But when you have these quote unquote older guys, they know the system, especially because they were at WWE. So they know how it worked. But going back to the top,
True.
where the black people at?
Where the black people at, man? I'm talking about on your biggest, basically. So All Out is their WrestleMania. We've established that now. All Out is their WrestleMania. We've consistently seen them basically pull out the stops for All Out.
Yeah.
Basically, for lack of a better term, they go all out for All Out.
You saw them in Battle Royal. A lot of people do not care about Battle Royals, and honestly, we only care about the winner. Mm-hmm. You had Nyla Rose, you had Jade, you had Kira Hogan, Red Velvet, I believe, was in it.
Red Velvet.
But do you remember? I don't even remember when some of them got eliminated. Because we low-key
left and right, man.
We low-key knew who was debuting. And nothing against Ruby. That's not Ruby's fault. She's just part of the show. But we knew who was debuting. So it was like we didn't care. Mm-hmm. So, and then Swole had a pop coming out. And the crowd was singing the Swole name. The Swole song. Hell, they even like Jade. They like Jade.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Like, she's starting to slowly win me over. I wish she would get better in the ring. Yeah, she's slowly winning me over. Yeah. She's slowly winning me over.
They're doing their good. I think they're doing good pacing because obviously she needs work. But but you can't say, oh, okay, it's Jade. Jade isn't wrestling every week. Jade isn't on Dynamite nor Rampage every week. She's on Dark a lot. You're right. And you're right. And that's one thing that we can agree with. But and I'm trying to say it the right way because I'm trying not to curse, but
let it fly.
Okay. Let me go in real quick. All right. Check this out. I think it's pitiful and a shameful fact that the company where Vince McMahon called another person the N-word in front of a black man.
He did.
That same black man had a horrible storyline with a horrible payoff against Triple H, who was saying people like you don't deserve to be champion, was trying to give him money for his bags, talked about him dancing, shucking and jiving. People like you don't deserve to win stuff like this. Come on, Booker, dance. Dance for me, Book. This company...
I'd have to whoop his ass.
Where? Back in the day, they used to call black people brown clowns. Come on. This company has done wonders for pushing black people.
Yeah.
It might have took them 60-something years to do it. This is the company that had the owner say the N-word. And we wasn't mad. He can't say it no more, but we wasn't mad.
Yeah, you get your one-time pass, Vince. That was it. That was it, dog. That was it.
Y'all started 2 years ago. Said y'all was going to have people to contend. The only thing close to contending for the title was when Scorpio Sky lost against Cody and Darby for the same title when he would win something to go against them people. The champion, Scorpio Sky, Nyla Rose.
He's been their only black champion of any kind in the 3 years they've been there.
There's no main event stay, brother.
I know.
To me, there is no excuse. 2 years, this came out of y'all mouth. If y'all didn't say that, we would have still had an issue. We would have still talked about it. But y'all said this because y'all knew, especially 2 years ago, WWE wasn't doing what they were doing now. You knew. You wanted that black audience money. That's what it was. You wanted it, and now you have to answer for it. Tony Khan has been, which is commendable, he's very available, if that makes sense. You can probably tweet him or message him, and he will tweet or he will respond. People have said that's what they like about Tony Khan. Why do we hear crickets beatboxing about this issue? Where's it at?
Because the fans have gotten too okay with just hating WWE. You know what I mean? We as fans have wanted an alternative to WWE. And now
True.
some of us are basically just giving AEW whatever pass we can give them so they can contend. And it's not right. Dude, when I say I immediately thought this, the second All Out went off, I was like, dude, are you seriously telling me we had the damn show was 4 hours. We had zero, when I say zero black men talent on the show. Not one. Not one. Not a single black male wrestler on the show. 4 goddamn hours. We're talking about the same show that had the in-ring debut of Paul White for AEW, which I don't care what nobody say. That's big as shit. You know what I'm saying? Put some respect on that man. For real. You know what I'm saying? Put some respect on that man's name. He might be who he is at this point, but what the fuck ever, dude? He still go get his ass up and go fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? He, you know what I'm saying? He working towards it, getting his body together, all that, out the bear. You know what I'm saying? You have the AEW debut of Ruby Soho. You got the AEW debut, the in-ring debut of CM Punk. You got the AEW debut of Adam Cole and Daniel Bryan, and we couldn't get one black dude on the show.
You said it yourself. 4 hours. 4 hours. Matches that went too long. Promos that went too long. Nothing. We got nothing. The biggest show. Everybody's saying it's a good time to be a wrestling fan. It's always a good time to be a wrestling fan.
Thank you.
That's one. It's always a good time.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you.
I don't partake it. I don't partake it off of one event, and it was a great event, and I knew it was going to be historic. I knew it was, but at the same time, there's a lot of shows that you can see on the independents that do just like that, do stuff just like that, and it's great. It's just that obviously it's not the funding for the bigger stars. So you have 4 hours, like you said, and you made me more upset because it was a long show.
Long ass show.
It was a long show. The black people were only on the pre-show that people probably didn't see.
Man, don't nobody count it. If we don't count WWE pre-shows, we definitely ain't finna count AEW pre-shows.
That's a fact.
Real.
That's a fact.
Real. They don't even count.
So I'm gonna go back and to the past, and then I'm gonna take it to the present with this. Okay.
Gotcha. That's wrong.
So I remember when before AEW was even a thing, a lot of us wanted to see black champions. We wanted to see when Bobby Lashley first went to be the champ. We wanted to see Shelton Benjamin. We wanted to see these guys, Kofi Kingston. Before he won it, we wanted to see them get it. And I used to look at the comments from fans who don't look like us, and they'd be like, oh, they don't know how to talk. The promo skills suck. They have no charisma. But the Great Khali won a title. No shade to Jinder, because I was happy when Jinder Mahal won the title. I really was. No shade.
Yeah, I was too. Hell yeah.
You get what I'm saying? No shade to Jinder. But he kind of had like a not that good of a personality neither. But he won. Do you get what I'm saying? It was the opportunity to have that belt.
Yeah.
And when
even
people
even if it was a means to an end, even if it was like, yeah, we're gonna put it on Jinder because we dropping the network in India. So what? Do it.
But you get what I'm saying? It was still a chance. And people were upset. But the biggest thing with black wrestlers, when people say, hey, maybe they should be the champion and give them a chance. Oh, well, they not The Rock. Oh, well, they not this. Oh, well, they can't talk. I was like, dog, you've had a lot of champions that do not know how to talk. That it isn't that great.
For real.
Randy Orton used to sound robotic at times. And I like Randy Orton, but he used to sound robotic at times. He sometimes he sounded like he didn't even want to be there.
Yeah, yeah, fact.
You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
boy, Randy was a motherfucker. Boy, Randy was a
So
motherfucker.
let's not. They called him anti-Cena not because he was a non-Cena. He actually was just the mirror version, like Bizarro is to
Right,
Superman.
right,
You get what
right.
I'm saying?
For all the
But so
charisma and brightness that Cena had, it was just like, okay, and here's Randy Orton.
yeah, here's Randy Orton. So you fast forward to AEW, and then it's like, bruh, like nobody can even use that argument now. For example, if you are a fan of high flying, super kick, young bucks, oh my God, did you do that? If you're a fan of that, you would definitely be a fan of Dante Martin from Top Flight.
Yes.
And he
Yes.
was it Rampage or Dynamite where he was a 6-man tag and they
It
went against the
was.
Elite.
I think that was. I believe that was Rampage.
The crowd was crazy for him. Where he go?
Dark. That's why they got. That's why both. That's why both the shows is called Dark. Dark and Dark Elevation.
This guy is amazing. Really.
Yeah.
This guy's
thanks.
great. So for people to be like, can't nobody keep up with the Bucks or all that crap, look at what happened. Jake St. Patrick, Sage Scott, all of these guys are on Dark. Talented, got all the stuff, all the prowess to possess. And they're not even getting a chance to be on Dynamite and Rampage.
Getting jobbed out.
Solidified.
Out.
I don't want to say that because, like, I don't want to say that. I get it. I understand it. I will say this, though. AEW Dark show yesterday, that was one of their best episodes ever. Did you see it?
I ain't see the one they put out yesterday.
It was the main event, and they promoted it like a main event. Was Diamante and Big Swole, and then they did like 3 trials. I forgot the 3 strikes match. They went through 3 things, so like 3 stages of hell.
Okay.
But even then, before that, the wrestlers, even the local talent, they actually wrestled. They didn't, and it was good. It was very good. Like this makes me look forward to watching Dark the next day. However, we do want. There's nothing wrong with seeing more color on Dynamite or Rampage. You guys have it. You guys have talented guys. You have solidified veterans. You have people that know what they're doing. They can wrestle. And you're not giving them, I don't feel like you're giving them a chance. Then now you have these huge signings. And I know y'all not done. We know they're not done. You have these huge signings. And it's like, the more y'all sign, the more it seems like Dark about to be popping.
Say it, bro. Because I'm looking at it like this. Here come Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson. There goes Scorpio Sky. It's a shame that he wins. He wins the what is it? Face of AEW, something like that. Battle Royal.
It was like he won a ladder match, the brass ring thing, which was a joke because of CM Punk, grabbing the brass ring. He won it. People thought he was going to win the title. He lost, turned heel. Now he's with All Ego, Ethan Page. They're entertaining, by the way. I will say that. But as long as the Bucks were heels, and that's another issue, is that they try to dilute other heels to make them seem like they're better, and it's obvious. It looks
super
bad,
heels,
but
super heels. Remember we was talking about like the how the in between shit can hurt you. AEW got 3 categories. They got the baby face, they got the heels, and then they got the super heels.
But the super heels not doing good as heels because they too generic. They too generic. You know what's gonna happen. Everything is predictable.
But they don't lose. They don't lose. and that's the scary part.
Hold on, Kev. What's up? Where's your mom at? She went to me. Okay, give me I'll handle that later. Get us some milk. Bottle is by the couch.
Daddy duties don't never stop.
Of course.
Daddy duties don't never stop, y'all. Even when we here, we got to do this. That's why I run a little bit late. Had to make sure the kids got some food to eat. We good.
But it's like it's all pandering at the end of the day. And I
It
don't think that
is.
people want. I don't think people want to accept that it may be a while. And like I said, we're not asking for shoehorning black people on the show. It's just that you have enough time. Just give some opportunity. Let these fans see who they are. Some people don't watch Dark, just like some people don't watch 205 Live or Main Event or NXT UK or even
Mm-hmm.
NXT. Some people just do not watch it.
Mm-hmm.
So give these guys a chance. Dante Martin, I'm saying it because he wowed the crowd. The crowd loved what this man was
Yeah,
doing.
yeah. He's over too. Like
What's his
for
name?
the AEW fans.
Shotty
Yeah,
too.
he was on Dynamite. What? Because he had the match
Did you
against
say was or is Miro and Malachi Black?
Okay,
But did you say was or is? Was or is?
was. It's very much
Okay, okay,
was. It's very
okay.
much
So,
was.
so, so, like, if I want to watch Dynamite and Rampage, is it a possibility that he might be on one of the shows?
It's about as possible. It's possible. I mean, shit, anything's possible. Shit, but no, it ain't happening. It ain't happening.
I like your mindset.
I can
Okay,
tell you anything's possible, but it ain't happening. You know
see,
what I'm saying?
and this is what irritates me about even Cody Rhodes' tone deaf promo about having a black and having a white baby. Okay, American dream, the American working hard, blah blah blah, Tony Khan daddy, all that, whatever you want to say. But then you have a wrestling company that everybody was looking forward to. I was happy because I liked Cody's work as a wrestler in WWE. I liked his promo work. I liked everything that he's done. But then you just think about that promo, and you think about how he portrayed himself, and you even think about how his wife was getting a push, and she was nowhere near ready for the ring. She was beating legit women wrestlers, yo.
Well,
They had
yeah,
to
she
carry
was.
her. No offense to Brandy, but she needed work. But who's going to say that?
Right when she's the
When we wanted black representation, I understand. Her position in the company chief branding officer, I was happy for you. I really was. Good.
That's
You
what's
the
up, though.
first one. That's what's up. But when you got in the
That's
ring
what's up.
and you wasn't ready, that's
Somebody
not
got to
what
be
we
able
was
to say
asking
that.
for. We
Yeah,
wasn't
somebody got
asking
to
for
be able to
that.
say that, and somebody got to be able to say that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we definitely wasn't asking for that.
No, dude. When it was like, and I ain't trying to knock it because I'm all in support of like females wrestling and you know what I'm saying, getting better and shit because I've seen it happen. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We've
yeah, of
seen
course.
females get in the ring and
Cool.
start off as like models or talking
Trish
behind
Stratus.
backstage. Man, look, you know,
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah.
So we've seen the improvement, but I've been kind of sketchy at her work since the first time she got in the ring and she broke a collarbone. Like
Yeah,
I heard that story. Like her first match, she broke her collarbone doing some shit wrong. And it seems like she's always been almost hurting herself like every match. So no, that ain't really the representation we want. Not when you got people on the roster like the woman who came in supposedly took her spot in the storyline, Red Velvet.
Red Velvet.
They missed it. They missed the mark so far off with fucking Red Velvet. They had it. They had it right there.
Yeah,
They had the sympathetic babyface woman who could go in and just go against the Nyla Roses and the fucking Jade Cargills and go against the champion and lose and go up against like the Diamante. She could dominate everybody else because she good. She is. She's
yeah,
good. Like pound for pound, she might be. It's like is she might be like they to me like technical wise like best performer in far as like the female division.
the Red Velvet.
Yeah, like when I'm talking about going out there and like her matches don't look sloppy unless you working with somebody else.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I don't know. I
No,
don't know.
no,
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
no.
Her matches. Her matches.
Like I said,
To me, that's
yeah,
just me.
yeah, yeah.
That's just
No,
me.
yeah. I think, shit. We all need work. Let's just be honest. So, with that, like I said, you know, they do showcase her a lot more than like a lot of the other people, and that's fine, whatever like that, because you can't just sit here and say she needs work because a lot of the other people need work as well.
Right.
But then it's like you have solidified veterans like a Big Swole that is getting the crowd into it. Like I could see kids buying her merch, buying her action figure if she has one, coming out dancing, Swole, the crowd get into it. I could see that kind of stuff. And to not even see her on Dynamite or Rampage as a mainstay, that don't sit well with me. Like to me, like you cannot like you have a lot of pointless stables. You have a lot of people that need work, or they should just be on dark too. They're not doing nothing that great to me. They have time to change, but how do you not have a Big Swole? Why isn't Shotty Lee? Why isn't he on there? Like, come on, man. Like, what's going on? If you want to sit there and say, okay, well, they need work and they all need to go to the Nightmare Factory, you need to take like 45% of the people to the Nightmare Factory.
A couple of them in the elite, damn it.
Bro, and that's just my take. Like, you cannot tell me that Dante Martin can't do what the Bucks or let alone Kenny Omega can do. He can probably do things they can't do. You should capitalize on that.
Facts. And the crazier part is, and I was just finna say, because you mentioned the stables, I was gonna say if we counting Lee Johnson, he might be the only black person in the stable in AEW, and that's because we talking about the Nightmare family.
The Hardy family office.
Okay, all right.
Shots.
Okay, all right. But that's okay. Hold on. To another point. That's it right there. All right. And I'm gonna apologize to the brothers. I am. But they missed the mark with Private Party too. Now I will say this: was Private Party ready for that? Probably not. But
who is though? That's
no.
Who is?
No. You know what? I equate that to having kids, because everybody be like, I ain't ready to have kids. Ain't nobody fucking ready to have kids.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
but it's okay. They weren't ready for that. Only reason I say they weren't ready for that is because the company was too new. At that point, it was too new.
Yeah. It was too new. They didn't know what to do. But at the same time, they had an opportunity.
They did. They beat the Bucks.
They were entertaining.
They beat the Bucks.
They were entertaining, bro.
You let them beat the Bucks. Why not let them do something?
Like they were entertaining, and it's like, what happened? Now it's they in Hardy family office, and what was the other team? Shotty Lee with the Nightmare Factory, and then like I think Red Velvet's in it, and what's his name? Fuego. What is his name? He's in it. He just got a contract.
Fuego del Sol. Well, I mean, I ain't trying to be like they showed the Latinos some love though, but it's hard not to.
They do.
Wrestling.
They do.
I'm
happy. I'm not one of the ones to be like, oh, give us more opportunities, take away from them. I'm not like that. They do a great job. Yeah. And I think Diamante should probably be on Rampage and Dynamite too, because that match I recommend you watch the match. It was good. She should be on there. She should be on there too. So they do a great job with that. But with us, it's like, come on, like it's been 2 years now. It's about to be 2022. We promoted your company. People were happy. They were like, oh, okay, because WWE was not doing that.
Yeah.
Now WWE is doing that, and y'all not doing that. Y'all got all these signings, and it's just like, woo-hoo-hoo. The independent scene has a lot of talented black folk. They really do.
Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's not a lot of these two major companies. Come on, man. Like, even WWE, let's say, for example, I don't know. Let's say Bobby Lashley or Kofi Kingston get released right now, and they sign to AEW. Do you think they're gonna put them in the main event?
Oh no.
That's my problem, right? That's my problem. That is my problem. Man. Even Bobby Lashley, he's a champ now or whatever. He's in the main event.
Mm-hmm.
You won't put him near the main event. We see this, bro, and we know this. We're not gonna be like, oh, people be like, oh, this person should go here and be a main event there, blah 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 blah. It's too early for me. Like people are saying, oh, Miro is treated a lot better in AEW than he was in WWE as Rusev. I'm like, because he got a title, he won titles in WWE.
Yeah.
He just lost weight. He looks a lot better now. I will say that. He looks a lot better now than when he was in WWE. But let's just wait and see what happens. Like, come on, man. Like, he was the best man for Kip Sabian.
Yeah.
Like that was his. He had shirts that said the best man.
Wasn't the best introduction.
He had a better debut in WWE. He did. But like I said,
you can't. I'm saying like this. Miro might be doing good, but you're not finna argue that Rusev, like, okay, all the way up into the match with John Cena, that motherfucker came out on a tank, man. Like,
he came on a tank. But he beat John Cena too, though. But he beat John Cena too. Is Rusev beating Kenny Omega?
No.
Mind you, Rusev's not black, but he is deemed a minority. But
at this point, I know AEW is speaking a lot about inclusion.
That's what.
Like you said.
And that's the pandering. Let me say this though. I consider myself black owned. Obviously, me and my wife. We have a lot of people. We have more black people than anything. I look at how people respond to my flyers and to my events because they look at that and they see that, oh, it's a lot of black people. What are white people at? That's just what it is. People are going to have that perception that, oh, I just book black people. That's not the case. And
hold on, and don't mean to cut you off, but I've said, and you don't have to say it, you don't have to yay or nay, but if he did, so the fuck what? You want to see some white wrestlers? How about this? You want to see some white wrestlers? You got TV on Monday. You got TV on Tuesday. You got TV on Wednesday. You got TV on Thursday. And you got TV on Friday. They got plenty of them. You can watch as many as you want.
Yeah.
The man do what he do. The man do what he do on the time what he do. And guess what? We gonna put him in. We gonna put him out front because we ain't sitting here talking about it for no reason. He ain't gotta say it. He ain't gotta shake his head yes or no. If he wanted to, that's his prerogative because it need to be posted like that. Now I say it now. Guys versus Gals is in my top 3 shows for 2021.
I appreciate that. That means a lot, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
My take on that is this. I treat everybody with respect. I book who I want to book because I want to do something different. I want to do different matches and stuff like that. I'm not going to sit here and tell everybody who I contact for matches and who don't because some people don't respond. And I'm not asking for a pity party or whatever like that. But what I didn't do was I didn't just say, oh, I'm going to just book black people or I'm going to try to book more white people. I didn't say nothing. Tony Khan, out of his mouth, said that they were going to have black people contend for stuff.
Yes.
He said this stuff. So my take on it is this. If he did not say that, and I said it already, I'm going to say it again. If he didn't say that, we still would feel a certain way about how the product is. We will. We will still probably make a video about it. But it's the fact to me that I have receipts. Everyone has receipts of what you said. And you're not saying nothing about it. You're not responding. You talk about when people got banned on YouTube and got flagged for using AEW content. You talked about that. You talked about if people have streaming issues. You talked about other wrestlers and certain things. You've talked about that. You did 2 panels when CM Punk came and people were asking him questions. And you did another panel when Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson was over there. You had panels. So you're very accessible. I love that about him. Vince isn't doing that. Triple H isn't doing that. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, where the black people at?
but it's like for all this accessibility, it's like you bullshitting around the important shit.
But the truth might be he might not see it as important. He just wanted the cash.
That's the obvious part.
Look, they are at a rising momentum as we speak,
Yeah.
and we can only wait and see. So as they are rising, I don't know if they're going to overtake, but they have all the momentum in the world. Do you think he's thinking about, hey, we need to push a black person or a black person? I need to think about what I said in 2019?
Oh, hell
No.
no.
You
Hell
know what I'm
no.
saying?
The game changed. Shit, the game
You know what I'm
changed.
saying?
See,
Like,
you got CM Punk. The game changed, goddammit. And I understand that. That's why I'm like, I see these signings, but then I seen what the landscape for them was before that. And there was nobody, there's nobody on the horizon. There's nobody like going to come up and make that move that was there before. So wouldn't expect for it to happen now, especially when you got three of the biggest names possibly in wrestling right now. You know what I'm saying? Coming into your
yeah.
company at the
Hey,
same
but
time. So
you can make, and this is the thing, you can make a star. Look at Darby. Look at Sammy. You have opportunities to make one without being a token, without having a token person. Hey, watch AEW because this black person wrestles or whatever. Because I truly think that's what they were doing with Nyla Rose.
yeah,
No this
absolutely.
Nyla, but I think, hey,
Absolutely.
watch this because Nyla Rose is, that, and people, the LGBT,
Yeah.
you try to get all these people, Sonny, kiss, all, you try to do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. As soon as
they
that and as
tried
soon
it.
as that died
They
down, they
tried
went
it.
away.
And when it died down, they moved on from it.
Mm-hmm.
Now Nyla loses a lot, and I do think that Nyla will probably feud with Jade soon, and the takeaway is Jade. So you know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah. Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
it's
The money's in
possible.
Jade.
Like, and like I said, everybody's just sitting here saying, "Oh, it's so great to be a wrestling fan." All right, cool. Do you feel like that? Cool. It was a historic event. I felt the surprises outweighed the wrestling matches, but like you said, 4 hours,
Yeah. I think it was like
and we
think it
only
came
seen
out
a
at like
battle royal.
7 and it went to like 11. It went to like
Damn near
10:45, 11 o'clock damn near. Yeah.
matches was just too long. And let's not forget, a match didn't even happen.
Which
Um,
match was that?
it was supposed to be Andrade versus Pat.
Oh yeah.
Pat had travel issues, I believe. So
Damn, that did. Oh wow.
you get what I'm
That was
saying?
another
Like,
that was another 20 minutes. So
you get what I'm saying? So when we talk about this situation and we think about what's going on, I can talk to you and we can disagree on stuff. We can talk about it. We can say, all right, see you later, homie, and that's it. We cool. But the fact that we agree on more things than we disagree, what does that say?
yeah, it's gotta let you know
We
something.
looking at stuff.
That's gotta let you know
Bro,
something.
I've scrolled past so many articles about asking about black representation. I've looked at videos. I've seen people comment on these group wrestling pages talking about it or not talking about it. And it's just like, Chris, wait, Chris, wait, Chris,
let it
don't
build
do it
up.
yet.
Let it
Don't
build
do
up
it
a little
yet.
bit.
Don't
Yeah.
do it yet. But
Yeah.
like I said, I found articles. I'm looking at all of these talented guys and women not even getting opportunities on Dynamite and Rampage. And when they do get an opportunity, they're losing to somebody, and then they're going back to dark to pad their
Or
numbers up on a record.
they're making it look like a call up. Like, you know what I mean? This is it's no continuity. It's like watching NXT and watching Monday Night Raw or watching SmackDown. It's like having to sit through this awesome build, and this is just an example. It's like having to sit through this awesome build of Karrion Kross, only
Mm-hmm.
to see him get basically dumped on when he goes to Raw. Now you got to
Yeah.
rebuild him and reconvince us that he's that dude again. Like, no, dude. It's like
Yeah.
you give us somebody like a Lee Johnson who killing it on dark. Like Lee Johnson killing it on dark, killing it on elevation
Yeah.
when he get his matches. He
Yeah.
putting on good
Yeah.
matches. You could tell that
Yeah.
he, you know what I'm saying? You could tell that he progressing.
Yeah.
But then you basically go feed him to Malachi Black. You don't
Now,
have enough. You don't have enough. You don't have enough. You don't have enough useless motherfuckers on the main AEW roster to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? As a fan, I'm gonna call it what it is. Because now you've created a WWE situation for yourself. AEW has so many people now. They've created the WWE. They are who they want. They are who they wanted to be most. I'm gonna take a CM Punk promo and I'm gonna quote it when he was telling John Cena how he was proud to be the underdog and he was proud to be the Red Sox and all that shit. He told him flat out, "You became who you hated the most. You became the Yankees, AEW. You became WWE. The one thing you told us that you didn't want to. Now you selling us dreams. Now you telling us that we gonna get inclusion and people of color and we not doing it. The same way the same way the McMahons and Hunter stood in that ring and told us like we hear you and we understand what you're saying and we're listening and they didn't do shit.
Didn't change.
They didn't do shit.
All they did was say that if you're a champion and you lose the title, you gotta earn a title shot.
And that's the only thing they've been consistent with. I will give them that.
AEW was like that too, though. AEW took that from them. Think about it.
Yeah.
Bucks beat FTR, right?
Yeah.
No rematch.
Yeah.
The only ones that have had rematches was Kenny with John Moxley, and if you want to send in the rematch with Christian, but we all knew that Kenny was going to win. But other than that, Darby lost. Darby lost to Miro. Didn't get a rematch. Sheeta lost to Baker. Didn't get a rematch. Was in the Battle Royal and got out about as quick as she got in. AEW has that clause too, apparently. they apparently have that same clause.
They say you just don't get it though, like you know what I'm saying. It's one thing.
Yeah,
WWE was like, look, WWE is like, look, we've been giving people this chance all these years. We just gonna take it away. AEW like, hey, you losers, that's on you, cuz.
Yeah, but the irony is that WWE has the most rematches this year alone. That's the irony in all of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, shit.
You know what I'm saying?
They cutting everybody. They cutting everybody. Who they gonna put
you can't. I mean.
You kind of run into that problem when you got 7 people on your roster now. You know what I'm saying?
Now, hey, I do want to say this. With what you said about like the ex-WWE thing of them, we knew it was gonna happen eventually because Tony, his dad is a billionaire. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you can buy anybody. You damn near can buy anybody. You bought CM Punk, call it what it is.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you know, these guys. And I said this in a video a couple days ago. These guys were independent megastars. People knew who they were before they signed. A lot of people did. Not everybody. Not the majority. A lot of people knew who these guys were.
A lot of people did, though.
So you got to think about people telling them they would never make it to WWE or they suck or whatever like that. Now you fast forward. You're in a company that may beat WWE in ratings. All right, we went to WWE. We learned the system. We made history there. People love us. But now we're at another company now with my friends because Jim Cornette calls it All Friends Wrestling.
Not funny.
Is he lying?
He's not, though.
He's not lying. Regardless of how you feel of Cornette, and I disagree with some of the stuff he do and say because I do know that some of it has a racial undertone. I really do. He's not lying about this.
I'm gonna tell you, look. One of my greatest wrestling encounters was with Jim Cornette. I seen him at C2E2.
Yeah.
In 2019. I stood there and I listened to this man talk to this random dude about 20 minutes. I just stood there. It was like just soak that shit up. They was talking about all the old shit, shit. You know how he do. It's just like the old content. And I was just soaking that shit up, man. And I was like, yo, this motherfucker know what he talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He has a mind for wrestling. Mm-hmm. And some of the stuff, like I said, some of his ideas and stuff that he say I disagree with, but most of the time he's more right than wrong. You know, I do feel like especially with women wrestlers, he's like heavily critical. He doesn't feel like they should have a lot of matches or they shouldn't wrestle for a long time. You know, but this guy has a mind for it. He'll sit on his podcast, he'll say how he will book it, and sometimes I'll be like, dang, that does make sense. That does make sense. So, yeah, I give it to him. But when he started calling All Friends Wrestling, yeah, it's funny, but it's true. You know, these guys drove in cars together, going back and forth to auditoriums, bingo halls, gymnasiums. They went back and forth. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you also got to think about there's a difference between personal and professional. You got to think about that.
They've booked AEW. They've booked AEW so many times in car rides back and forth that you know what I'm saying? Now this is just basically them doing all the things they ever thought about.
Yeah, I think they should invest into making some of their other guys stars. I think Darby is solidified star now because of what he did with CM Punk. I don't think it's good to see CM Punk versus Bryan Danielson or Kenny versus them. These guys faced each other years ago. Now, we're going to see some of them, but as long as it's not all together or whatever like that, like space that out. Help your roster that you built up before that, the roster that don't have black contenders in it, that you said was going to be there and they're not there. You know what I'm saying? You can work on that. It's irritating though. It is. And it's like, I could stop watching this right now and not lose an ounce of sleep. I could just continue to work on my stuff. I could start watching WWE too. But I'm just a wrestling fan. I'm an observer. I like some of the stuff I see on both shows. I don't like some of the stuff I see. But with the black thing, let's just call a spade and how many books you got, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Cody was not the one to do that promo, first of all. That was not. And Ogogo is black, British. And for you to say that, how you said it, like you just went to Team America for no reason, talking about American Dream and stuff like that. And y'all made fun of WWE because they script promos, but then you said you had like a promo group for that promo that you said. You get what I'm saying? Like, you remember?
Yeah, how the hell you do a focus group for a promo?
Yeah. Like you was trying to be sensitive to something that you didn't care about, because that's what I felt. I felt that you didn't care about what you were saying. I'm not saying that you don't care about your wife or whatever like that. Obviously you do, but you didn't say nothing right. Their trailer for Roads to the Top, the show that I'm not gonna watch. Brady was like, she's honored to be the first Black Rhodes. What? Huh?
When Dustin wife black? Didn't he marry black?
I don't know, bro.
I think
we could go in on Dustin. We could go in on Dustin.
That's cringy.
We can go in on Dustin. We can go in on Dustin, but we're not. We just gonna keep it there, because there's a lot of stuff about Dustin stealing some people's promo skills. There's some undertones, but we won't go there.
I'm missing it. I'm missing it now. No, bump that. God damn it, I'm missing.
There's a guy. I forgot his name, and I'm mad I forgot his name. There's a black guy. If you heard him, you would be like, he's trying to sound like Dusty, but it was actually the other way around.
Oh, we talking about Dusty or Dustin?
Dusty.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
Dusty. No, not Dustin.
Oh,
no.
Okay. No, yeah.
Dusty.
No, yeah. No, you know what? I always thought Dusty was trying to sound like one of the brothers. Like, for real. Like, I get you country, but I get you country, but you close your eyes and listen to that story. You sound like a black man up there talking. You know what I'm
I'm from Texas, bro. I'm from Texas. I spent 18 years of my life in Texas before I moved out here. They don't even sound like that. They don't even sound. They don't. They don't. They don't.
because he didn't sound like that for real. If you heard him actually talk, his country accent wasn't like that. Like
I
if you
believe he
actually
had a
heard him
list.
talk,
I will
no,
say that. I think he had a list.
the lift.
He
He
had a
had the
list.
lift, baby. But
He had a list. Yeah.
it wasn't the country though. Like he wasn't. He had the lift. I heard that, baby. But he wasn't. I've heard him like do normal talking, like Gilbert Gottfried. I know this ain't wrestling shit, but Gilbert Gottfried's voice don't sound like that. That's not his voice.
He's just
you know
just a voice. Yeah, it's like a character he portrays.
Right.
But when you have that, and then even a tag team division. Hey, remember when everybody was mad at WWE because they said that they don't do nothing much for their tag division? Because they were putting them on pre-shows and stuff, like New Day and Usos were going against each other.
Yeah.
And they were having match of the night on the freaking pre-show.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now so look at what they got going on at AEW. So you got Private Party. They good. Black.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I just had another one. I forgot. Like I got solid tag teams, but you damn near don't know.
What's the tag? I can't think of the name. I can only think of the dude.
They're acclaimed.
Right. Max Caster. And I can't think of the other dude.
I don't know why. I had Max Caster and is it David Bowen?
I think so.
Anthony Bowen. No, Anthony Bowen.
Anthony Bowen. Yeah.
Anthony Bowen. I don't know why. Yeah. These guys is money.
Yeah.
These guys is money. These guys are money. When I watch Dark, I have to hear what Max Caster says before. Now, what he said, horrible.
Yeah.
He did not have to. It was not his fault, though.
Yeah.
And if it was his fault, y'all shouldn't have played that. And y'all should have checked him then there.
It's a tape show. Yes.
It's a tape show. What y'all did was y'all said y'all suspended him and said he had to do sensitivity training, which I thought was horrible. And now Tony said, oh, that's what Tony acknowledged a black person when one person messed up. Now you won't charge a Oh, I just thought about that. Oh, now you want to acknowledge black folk. Oh,
okay.
Now you want to be. Now you in charge of. Now you in charge of Dark and making sure everything go good. Why you not making it good for black folk? Why you not saying, hey, this person should be on Dynamite. This person should be on Rampage.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you not saying that? Bro, do you know how funny? Do you know I'm actually waiting for Black History Month 2022 and see how AEW is going to do it? I want to see how they're going to handle this situation. They don't even acknowledge.
They're going to bring Cody back.
Oh, God.
They're going to bring Cody back. Hey, shout out to Stephen Petty. He was talking about Max Caster. He said, but he was a heel, so it's not his fault. But you put it on him. Yeah, you put it. Mm-hmm, you put them on. Yeah, they definitely played it. They played it for sure.
Yeah, they put it on. So to my knowledge, I don't even think they apologized for promoting it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They just said he's suspended, and it was wrong. I didn't like what he said. I thought it was horrible or whatever like that. But it's like when you sit here and try to give people freedom, this kind of stuff happens. But it wasn't a live show.
Yeah.
So somebody who saw it was like, yeah, that's fine. And then the team, Bowen was just wrestling and basically losing for a couple weeks.
His partner got punished for that shit.
Yeah. So, but even if you put these two guys on the show, you know how many people like them? They love this guy. When they did Double or Nothing, when they did the Battle Royal, they was cheering for the Acclaim. They was cheering for Max.
Yeah.
And booed when he got eliminated.
Yeah. Yeah.
They booed when, you get what I'm saying? Like, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. This is the kind of stuff that I just don't like.
And that's why because I'm just a wrestling fan. But it didn't broke down to the point to where, like, it's like, okay, you are either AEW fan or a WWE fan. I don't really subscribe to either one of those. Like, I'm just a wrestling fan. So
I'm just a wrestling fan.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They watch their product. AEW fans watch all of their product. You know what I'm saying? They watch every dark, they watch every evolution. So they know, you know what I'm saying? Because it's that feeling that we didn't get to experience because we didn't get to see the beginning of WWE.
True.
We getting to see the beginning of AEW with all the people that was included. The people that seen WWE start when it was the WWE or when it was back in the territory days. Or we talking about even like, you know what I'm saying? Even if we talking about all them years ago, they didn't get to see that. So when they respond to somebody like the Acclaim, it's because they've seen it. They've seen everything they did, even after he said the dumb shit he said. You know what I'm saying? For them still to respond to him like that, because overall, we not the wrestling fans ain't the most logical people, but we ain't the most discriminatory people either. We accept who we accept. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We accept who we accept.
That's true. And it falls into hypocrisy sometimes too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We sitting here and like we want to say like, oh, okay, well, what he said was inappropriate, but we was fine when Kenny was making fun of Eddie Kingston with the ring thing, telling Don to 69 me.
Right.
Like we was fine with hearing inappropriate stuff and them actually doing it on TV. Like, you know,
right.
The magnitudes are different. But both of them were very inappropriate. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, we're at a different time where the shit they show on TV would have been cool in the Attitude Era.
Yeah. A friend of mine said it. A friend of mine said it. He works, who I work with, he said like, it seems like AEW, they're trying to do like the Attitude Era. They're cursing, they say inappropriate stuff, middle fingers and stuff like that. They're trying to be the Attitude Era. And that goes into one of the things that I'm starting to hate hearing over and over and over on these group pages, that AEW fans or true fans and pro fans and kids are not. Kids are not fans of wrestling because they don't know people's real name and follow them on Twitter and got a T-shirt and then they have internet access to speak about wrestling.
That's when even me, somebody who basically has a show centered around wrestling, will sit up and tell motherfuckers, you know wrestling ain't real, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but everybody, what I realize is everybody thinks they're a general manager. Everybody thinks that they can make a wrestling show good. Everybody thinks that they can book stuff or whatever like that. To the point to where they think they know people because they know our lingo in the locker room. You know, the stuff used to be in the locker room. Now it's not in the locker room, y'all. Yeah. Heel, face, mark, take it home, all that. Like a lot of people know shoot, work, heel, face. A lot of people know what these terms are. So it's like sometimes some people feel like they're entitled to what we know, and you can just talk to some people. Some wrestlers to this day get offended when people start using terms that they shouldn't be using around because of the locker room and stuff like that. But just because you know what it is, just because you listen to podcasts, just because you know a friend who wrestles, that doesn't mean your opinion is more valuable than a child's opinion if he says his favorite wrestler is John Cena. What do you look like arguing with a child who says that his favorite wrestler is John Cena, who's one of the most popular wrestlers of all time?
Hey, I told you straight up, when I thought about what you said on that video, y'all go check out the Take It Home podcast on YouTube right now. Make sure y'all go give it a like. Make sure y'all give likes and subscribes. But when you said that, and I immediately thought about how I used to watch wrestling as a child.
Yeah.
I didn't know that The Rock was Dwayne Johnson. I thought he was the damn Rock. You know what I'm saying?
When
he pull out his ID and give it to the police, it said The Rock on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I thought was going on.
You couldn't tell me different. This is Dwayne. We knew who his daddy was. We knew who his lineage, but that was The Rock. I don't care.
Was The Rock.
We used to watch it, go to sleep, go to school and talk about it.
Yes.
That's the same. That's the equivalent of everybody going to the internet now and commenting on a match while the match is going on. You know,
Right.
it's the equivalent.
Yeah.
So I take offense to that because I was a kid and I was a fan, and I'm still a fan of wrestling. And when I did get older and I started wrestling, I started understanding more things. I started respecting everything. I started understanding the difference between being a fan of wrestling, being a historian like Cornette, and I'm not a historian, I'm still learning, and actually being a wrestler. Now I'm a promoter, I'm a booker, I'm a whole bunch of stuff. I'm a businessman now. You get what I'm saying? So it's like when you sit there and be like, you're basically a better fan than the kids, WWE's main audience are kids, and the demographic and ratings are for the kids. So when you tell me this, and then your group isn't even the majority who watches wrestling, you gotta sit down somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe you should watch it like kids do. Have an opinion, root for the good guy, boo the bad guy, be happy or sad whoever wins. That's it. No, we gotta go in. Oh, they would be better if they were in another company.
Right. Yeah,
Sean Spears, aka Todd Dillinger, went to AEW. People said for 2 days he gonna be treated better. For 2 days. And then when other people started going, people forgot who he was. You wanna know the funny thing about Sean Spears? No diss to him. I actually like him. You wanna know the funny thing about it? He's doing this.
They still doing it.
He's doing it. Why is that? Why is he still doing that? Because the biggest thing is when you're released and on the 90-day clause, you're in jail. You're in jail. Oh my God, I'm in jail. You was in jail doing this. Now you do this.
Yeah.
I think
you don't want to let it go.
His character is a lot better though. I do like the chairman. I wish I would have thought of that. I wish I would have thought of that. It's good. But it's just what I'm saying. Just because you go to a different company, you have your name different, character different. That doesn't mean that you're going to be treated better. And maybe in the back, I don't know. I'm not in the locker room. So maybe they treat you a lot better. I can see that. I can see that because it's supposed to be a team effort thing. I know WWE is more on the corporate side. So, hey, do this, be this, and this, and that. Maybe it is. Maybe you feel a lot better, but it's just, you just can't just assume that somebody's going to be better somewhere else. Because sometimes it's not the case.
It's a lot of times it's not the case. A lot of times it's not the case because you'll see them go off and like it's recent that you've seen people leave. Like it was a time when you were talking about like Drew McIntyre. When Drew left and he went off and he had his decent run. But guys was leaving WWE and they was going to like Impact and that shit wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to be straight up with you. I've been watching a lot of old school Impact because I've been watching it on Twitch. They got a Twitch channel which just basically runs the old school Impact, and I've been watching it.
Yeah, they got a channel on the Pluto app, too. They got a lot of their old stuff,
Dude, when I say they had some names over there who...
They did.
You look and it be like, y'all couldn't do nothing with these dudes?
They had names. And ironically, they had names, and when those names went over there, what did everybody say when those names went to TNA? What did they say?
It's just WWE.
They said that, but some were happy. Oh, now it's WWE's competition.
Oh yeah. They was always teasing that. Yeah, they was always teasing that.
They said that too.
Yeah.
They went. Yeah. They tried to go head to head with them on Monday.
And they had some hitters too. They had some hitters over there.
Worst decision they did.
Yeah.
Now,
and
Rob Van Dam, that was like the last part of his peak in his career, because he still wrestled great. You know what I'm saying? He still did great. But now when he came back, I was like, oh no, it ain't it, Robert.
It's something.
They had names. They had the financial backing too. It didn't work for them. They didn't know what to do. Abyss was a monster, right? To the point to where people thought he was a knockoff Kane and Undertaker. Abyss made his character his own character with James Mitchell with a whole bunch of stuff. They did good with Abyss. Until Hulk Hogan showed up and made him look like he a punk, clapping like this, being nervous. Stupid stuff, man. I'm mad about Abyss.
Yeah,
But
he could have been one of them like epic all-time great monsters. And then they
ironically, he works for
like,
WWE now. He works for WWE now, which is ironic in all of this. But I think he's like a backstage producer. But yeah, just because you have these guys, that does not mean you know what to do with them. Now, Tony, maybe he does, but it's a lot of people at one time. And then now people are speculating that Bray Wyatt will be there soon. And then now, all of a sudden, everybody knows that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens' contract is ending next year. So here we go. So
poor Scorpio.
Man, we know what it is, man. We know what it is. We know what it is,
bro. Because let's just call it what it is. He's the top black wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Probably the best athletic wise. You know what I'm saying? Probably the best put together in ring. You know what I'm saying? He would be their best to offer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if they was like, give us your black king, and they gave, you know what I'm saying? Bam, here goes Scorpio. You know what I'm saying?
I just hope that it wasn't his choice to not be pushed, because you do have wrestlers that do that too, though. Hey, I don't want that spotlight. I just want to go out and wrestle. I just hope he's not one of them ones. Because the guy's talented. You know what I'm saying? The guy can go. But then you also have the Acclaimed. You have Dante Martin, because I know his brother's injured. Hopefully he'll be back soon. You have a lot of potential.
It seemed like he embraced it when he was with SCU.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. I need to see. I need to see some of these dudes start to like fucking. It's like you're gonna bring in Bray Wyatt after you've had all of these other people do. By next year, there ain't gonna be no room for them. They're gonna run into the same thing. Make Scorpio great again.
I saw that.
Facts.
It's like it's a wait and see, but man, it's like you could have spread it out a little bit. Now, I think they're doing a great job with Malachi Black. With Andrade, I think they kind of dudding. It's a dud right now. Because I do feel that he should have wrestled more. He only wrestled one time, I believe. But he'd show up and like interrupt Pac's matches or the Lucha Brothers matches. He'd show up, but he hasn't wrestled again. And I'm like, you gotta wrestle, bro. Like, y'all gotta have this man wrestle. You have to. You have to have him wrestle. Unless he had an injury or something, he needed to wrestle. Malachi's matches have been, you know what I'm saying? Malachi has been, they've been doing good. Yeah,
there's no room.
Malachi's been doing good.
Even with Rampage and Dynamite, they don't have no room. Because then you're gonna run into a problem like, where's Andrade gonna be at? Where's his top program at?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna run into, because you're gonna run into an issue. And Cornette, the motherfucker again, brought up a good ass point. They damn near end up with Charlotte by the end of the year. Charlotte either the end of the year or next year. And she come in, you cannot put her on every week. You know what I'm saying? So where's she gonna go?
Yeah, that's true.
It's gonna be rough over there.
I try not to be negative. I know, because my take on it is this. Okay, a lot of people are like, oh, WWE should do something. What if they don't do nothing? What if their ratings still beat Dynamite's ratings. What does
Oh, it
that
will.
say?
It will.
But what does that say? Like, I just saw a picture of Morrison spraying Karrion Kross with a drip stick. I'm like, damn, they really doing this now. But what if that's what the kids want to see and laugh at? Like, what happens when all of these guys that y'all got, that y'all paying a lot of money for, all friends? What happens if the needle doesn't move like everybody's been saying? Like, what happens?
Mm-hmm.
Is it still
Mm-hmm.
competition or is it an alternative?
It's definitely always going to be an alternative because you got almost 100 years of a head start for one company. You know what I mean? I seen an interesting thing, and I'm trying to make sure I quote it correctly or semi-correctly, so don't hold it completely against me. They said the attitude at the high point of the Attitude Era, WWE was making over 60% of their main profit was from merch. So, and we talking about prime Attitude Era. So you was old enough. They sold everything.
Yeah,
It
Stone
was
Cold shirts, Rock
T-shirts,
shirts, Triple H, DX,
cups,
Kane,
chairs,
Undertaker,
toy
toys,
sets, cars, video
games.
games,
Yeah,
everything. They sold everything in the Attitude Era. They made over their profit was 60% merch. Now in 2021, their profit is only 30% or roughly 30 to 40% merch.
yeah.
The actual people in the ring don't don't matter to WWE anymore. They don't. It don't. McMahon said it a long time ago. I want to make movies. That's why half the people in his company got IMDb pages because they in movies.
Yeah, that's true. They got a movie coming out now soon with The Undertaker and New Day.
And I'm here for it, goddammit. Sign me up. I'm here
Yeah,
for it.
I'm a definitely. But you're right though, and a lot of people said. I remember I said something about WWE, and somebody made a point. It was like, WWE is basically a TV show that shows wrestling. It's not a wrestling show. I'm like, I was like, the way you say it, yeah.
It's very accurate.
Like Nick Khan, like these guys don't have backgrounds in wrestling. They have backgrounds in movies in Los Angeles and
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood. They have these kind of backgrounds. Remember the black lady, the black woman, I forgot her name. You know, she unfortunately went to a podcast and she said she didn't know nothing about wrestling. They asked her, did she have any knowledge about wrestling? She said no. They damn near hired her on the spot. And she said she didn't even know. She said she couldn't even pronounce Bobby Lashley's name right. She said that, and they fired her the next day.
See?
So they don't even want us to know that they hired people that have no background in wrestling. Now that's a good and a bad thing, though.
Yeah.
It's a good and a bad thing. Mm-hmm. You know, it's the truth. You know, Triple H had a reign of terror when he had the belt. He did.
He did.
You know he had a say in it. You cannot tell me that Triple H had no say into anything in his title run. You cannot tell me that. You can't.
Now who's doing the same thing?
And then, like I said, it's a wait and see. Bubba Ray, he doesn't care for AEW. He didn't care for the show. He didn't care for All Out. And he says that people are already saying that egos are going against each other backstage. Yeah. I don't like talking about rumors. But we know it. We know that Cody doesn't like certain things. We know that all of them don't like a certain thing. People not even talking about Cody at All Out. And when he comes back, they're going to boo him. You want to know why they're going to boo Cody? And I'm not saying it's right, but you want to know why they're going to boo him?
Why?
He's a product of WWE. That's why.
Yeah.
He still wrestles in that system. He does a great job, though. Great wrestler, wonderful promos, except that horrible one. He's in the system. They don't like how he is pushed, but the hypocrisy in that is they like how Kenny and the Bucks are pushed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That's because it's
smart.
easy. It's easy. They like WWE is the Patriots. It's easy to hate them because they've had so much success. You know what I'm saying? But you looking at a Cody who should come back heel. You should come back heel.
Might as well.
Come back come back with your mixed baby and your black wife and come out there and shit on people. Like, for real. See, look at my pretty mixed baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
But you see, Cody knows how to work the crowd because, let me say, people booed him when he went against Malachi Black. They booed him those weeks leading up, right? So when he was about to retire, they were kind of booing him. But then when he said, I remember a couple years ago, they said we were going to be the alternative, but we're not an alternative. We're a competition. And he got the crowd back just like that. Just because he said that. You know what I'm saying? So he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
He always got the basically fuck WWE card. Everybody, all of them got that now. So,
but when he does a promo, he sounds like a wrestler that knows how to talk. I can't take Kenny serious sometimes because you can tell that he's just being a parody. You can tell. You can just tell how he's dyeing his hair, how he's carrying himself. Great wrestler, but at the same time, you can just tell he's just doing that to be a parody. The Young Bucks said they are a parody of wrestling. They said that. So, the super kicks.
I really liked them. I really did. I really did rock with the Elite when they first started. But now, like you said, it just seemed like one big long episode of being the Elite.
It's what it is.
It's
what it is. People don't even want WWE to have repetitive stuff, but you about to just have a repetitive faction. Yeah. The Elite is just a Bullet Club.
Yeah,
just a Bullet Club.
They've said it. You know
Cole came out.
Jim
Super
Ross.
Kick Jungle Boy. Yeah.
You know why I love Jim Ross?
Wow.
Because he just don't really care about where he's at. He knows that he's at AEW. He don't care. He'll call Paul White the Big Show. He don't care. He'll call Malachi Black, Aleister Black. He don't give a shit. He'll call Ruby Solo, Ruby Riot. He don't give a damn. I love it. You will hear him be like, I hate this place. When he's watching certain matches, you can tell by how he commentating on certain matches. He just like, I hate this place. And I've never heard him into a Bucks match ever. Like, it's like a 60% Jim Ross. Because you hear him still. When he's watching a good match now, he's into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell the enthusiasm. But I've never seen him call a Bucks match like he's just super entertained by it.
Well, like I said, I don't like speaking for people, but maybe maybe they don't listen to him. Because remember, he said when he was signed, well, mind you, he was signed at AEW. He said Randy Orton was like one of the greatest wrestlers. He didn't say Kenny was.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of Kenny's friends went to Twitter and they felt a certain way and they made fun of JR for saying that. And it was to the point to where when Double or Nothing happened, JR said, and they made him say it, or he felt pressure to say, if Kenny beats Orange Cassidy and Pac, he'll be the greatest wrestler. And he sounded so uncomfortable saying it because it didn't feel natural at all. It didn't. So
I love the eat concrete. That's basically what it sounded like. I love the eat concrete. Yeah.
In an article, because he did an article when he was talking about Randy Orton, he talked about the product of AEW. He said he hates the fact that these people get together, do the pile-up spot outside punching, and they're waiting for somebody to jump on them. You know, he said that. No, look, he said that. And what's his name? Brandon Cutler. He went to Twitter and said, I can't wait to wrestle my friends on Wednesday, and we get to pile up outside, and we get to punch each other and look at somebody dive on us. This man said that. Not disrespectful, that is. That's
See, but
disrespectful.
and see, this is something that I don't know, and I'm only assuming by how like the stories that I've heard and like research I did and looking up shit. That's because of the locker room is like that. Because there's nobody
Yeah.
to make. There's nobody. There's no. They don't. They so bad don't want to be perceived as WWE that they don't even have like a hierarchy unless it's the elite. They literally named the hierarchy. Like, yep, these dudes not only are going to be the most pushed dudes in the company, but they're the EVPs. They're the ones who book most of the matches. It's like
So
they
Tony,
don't have
Tony,
nobody's forcing them to
Tony,
respect anybody but
to,
them.
and Cornette said something about that. He said, eventually you're going to have to have actual VPs. He says that like eventually like you want to have to be taken more serious instead of just having that. And it's like Bucks is supposed to be in charge of tag division. Kenny was a part of doing the women division. That's why I had a lot of Joshi wrestlers and a lot of wrestlers from Japan coming in and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Cody was in charge of the NAACP.
Cody, you had a diversity. That's what you had. You had a diversity, son. Diversity and inclusion.
Brandy, she was a part of getting like women talent, and I will say at the beginning, if she really did that, she did a great job with the Kylie Ray, the Britt Bakers, the Awesome Kong. She did a great job with that. If she actually did that, I applaud her for that because she cared about the company. Because I thought that was a breath of fresh air. So, but eventually, you do have to think about it. I know Tony always wanted to own a company. He owns a company now. Congratulations to him. Hopefully, he'll have a clear mind. You can't listen to everybody.
No.
You can't. This is your money. You get what I'm saying? This is your money at the end of the day. These guys could not have done it without Tony Khan. Regardless of what people say, they could not have done it without Tony Khan. So Tony, at the end of the day, he has to make sure his company is a legit wrestling company. If you want it to be competition and not an alternative, you got to look at numbers. You got to look at stuff. You got to look at how stuff works. You got big names. Don't mess it up. You have the names. Don't mess it up. Don't force it down our throats, pause. You have new guys. Have these feud with the guys. Make these stars. Darby is a star. Sammy, star. MJ, freaking F, star.
Yeah.
Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up because if you make these guys mad, they're going to go to WWE like these ex-WWE guys are going to AEW.
Facts. Because
that's how wars really happen. That's how wars happen. When people jump ship. Not just from one side. When it's both sides.
Yeah.
That's when it happened.
Because Jericho to WWE was a game changer.
It was.
Yeah, that was huge. Jericho to WWE was a game changer.
Jericho to WWE was big. Because WCW didn't see nothing in him. And they saw the potential in Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? When you bring somebody in and you do something bigger or make them bigger or make them feel bigger than what they was, that's what you do. All right, Punk is a multi-time champion. Daniel Bryan is a multi-time champion. And Adam Cole, NXT, damn near grand champion, all of that stuff. You have all of these guys. So it's like, what are you going to do now?
True. So one more idea, and I'm gonna let you go. We're gonna wrap it up. Is it the fact that okay? Let me embed with the question for a second. Is it the fact that AEW is getting them over, or is it the fact that they already coming in with these level of fan bases? Because when you look at Cole, Bryan, and Punk by themselves, that's millions of fans right there.
Correct.
And millions of fans from 3 different fan bases. Like 3 different, because you got
you got Punk, who kind of got the older fans who kind of went away from wrestling.
Mhm.
And believe it or not, Daniel Bryan is going to be the one who make people stop watching WWE and start watching
I agree.
AEW.
I said that. I agree.
Not Punk,
7
not
years is a long
Cole.
time. 7 years is
Yeah,
a long
yeah,
time.
yeah. Not
Kid,
Punk, not Cole.
kids love Daniel Bryan.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
yes chant, the
yeah,
toys, the fact that he was the underdog, the Connor's
yeah,
cure. Man, you
yeah,
can't even watch that without being teary-eyed, bro.
yeah.
Like,
For real, I
come
don't.
on,
I
man.
turn.
The
I turn.
story,
It hurts.
yeah,
It hurt. It hits me every time.
retiring, right, retiring, coming back, having to retire again, the comeback stories, all of that. Daniel Bryan is the drive. That is the key ingredient. Some people did
Yeah,
not watch NXT to see Adam Cole.
yeah,
It's the truth.
yeah, yeah.
It
Even when
still
he
was
was
a
the
big
man.
signing. It still
Even
was a
when he
big
was the
signing.
man. Mm-hmm.
Right. It's still a big signing. But Daniel Bryan is the driving force. You got to always have a driving force, a killer application, like in video games. When you have Nintendo, killer application. Super Mario. Sega, Super Sonic. You got to have Sonic. Daniel Bryan could be the killer application for AEW because kids knew who he was. Hogan, killer application to WCW.
Yeah.
Kids loved Hogan. Even when he was evil and all of that, it was scary for the kids, but adults liked him now because of what he was. Killer application.
Yep, the adults that grew up watching him during the height of Hulkamania was like, well, shit, hell yeah, we grown. I'm tired of eating my vitamins and saying my prayers. It's time to fuck this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, it was that turn. It was that turn. So do you think that so that's what I'm trying to say. Is it that AEW is building these people up, or is it that they're coming in with these built-in fan bases already?
It's both. It's at the end of the day,
Oh.
at the end of the day, it's still a business, right? You want people to watch your show. You want more viewers and stuff, right? So with WWE naming Bryan Danielson Daniel Bryan, it's damn near the same name, just switched with extra stuff.
Right.
You want these people. Ruby Riott, before she was Ruby Riott on WWE, she was Heidi Lovelace. I believe that was her name on the Independency. That was her name. Now she's Ruby Soho. So she kept the Ruby part because a lot of people know her from the first name. So it's a business ploy because when you see wrestling flyers or whatever, like let's say Braun Strowman. Let's say I book Braun Strowman. Most likely, or somebody else do. Most likely, they're going to have WWE's logo on it saying former WWE star Braun Strowman because that brings people in to want to see that. Like you can have the picture, but if you say formerly, now people will be like, oh, I remember him. Now fans who probably wasn't going to go to your show, they're going to go to your show because they want to see Braun Strowman because they remember him. His name isn't Braun Strowman anymore, but that's what they want to do. Now, that's why I'm saying that this is the momentum thing because people knew who Daniel Bryan Danielson is now. People know Ruby Soho as Ruby Riott and stuff like that. Now, are they going to push them? Who knows? Most likely. I just want to see great wrestling. But that's what you do. As an independent wrestler promoter, that's one of the things. When I brought in Marshe Rockett, I said former Impact Wrestling star because he used to wrestle for Impact. These are the kind of things that people do because you want not only the fans of wrestling, but you want new fans as well. Some fans came back to watch wrestling because CM Punk came back. When CM Punk left, you had a lot of people say, I'm not watching wrestling no more because CM Punk is gone. Came back, it happened. So you know what I'm saying? So you do use the name. You can use their superstardom from another company. So when people say ex-WWE star, okay, they are ex-WWE star. You know, hopefully they don't forget that. But at the same time, they're now an AEW superstar or wrestler or whatever you want to call it. So you use that to the best advantage. They're going to use it. Tony's going to use it. AEW's going to use it. They're going to use what you used to be to what you are now, and they're going to build off of that.
Yeah, because besides Miro, everybody got some version of their WWE name.
Even Malachi
Yeah.
Black.
So,
Malachi Black was Tommy End a lot longer than he was Aleister Black.
but
He
exactly.
could have easily went back to, and the thing is, he could have easily went back to Tommy End and everybody would have knew who he was.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Not
Because
everybody. Not everybody.
no, no,
Not everybody though.
right. I ain't gonna
So
say
because
everybody.
some. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't gonna say everybody, but those who know. You know what I'm saying? But the ones who only found out about him when he became Aleister Black in WWE, those are the ones he needed to hold on to. Not necessarily
Yeah.
the ones who remember Tommy End. I need you to remember Aleister Black and come watch this new
Yeah.
version of Aleister Black called Malachi Black over on AEW. You can come watch the new version of Ruby Riott, who is Ruby Soho, over here on AEW. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gonna hint
Yeah.
at the Big Show having no more BS and being Paul White. You know what I'm saying? Shit like
Right.
that.
Right.
You know what I
It's
mean?
business. It's business tactics. It's just business tactics. One more thing before I let you go. If Ricochet, a black brother, if Ricochet gets released from WWE and he goes to AEW, will he be in the main event?
Hell no. He gonna get treated the same way.
Ah,
He gonna get treated the same way.
You think
Please
You
don't
think
do
so?
it. Don't go to A. Go to Impact. Go to Impact. It'll be the perfect
so?
place for Ricochet.
So you don't think that they would have them up there because he's had classics with a lot of these guys on the independent scene.
Oh,
And remember, he was one of the top free agents at one point. I will say that. He was a top free agent. So
I think he went Nakamura on us though, man. Nakamura got over to WWE and realized like I can make all this money and I ain't gotta really do shit no more. Like, all right, cool. Like as long as he can surf, as long as he get to surf and do his thing, he good. Like, and I think that's what Ricochet at now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for him to
now,
go
you know
off
they
somewhere
getting paid
else,
a lot of money, right?
yeah. I don't even think he in that mode. So for him to even go over there, it'll be like it's probably gonna be like at the end or something. You know what I'm saying, or something like that. But for him to go over there now, he gonna get treated the same way because he's not in the elite. He wouldn't be in the elite.
Okay.
Right? He wouldn't be necessarily. You couldn't see him going to fit in any factions because that's been the cool thing about Ricochet. He don't work well with the groups. He's better when he's by himself doing his own thing. So he's not gonna fit into one of the other factions. There is no light heavyweight division specifically. If they did that, now we talk.
It's too many belts. It's already too many belts, though.
Yeah, so I mean,
WWE got way too many belts.
There's too many belts in wrestling. Period. So why not add another? Why not add
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You look at WWE alone. Between the 4 brands they got over 20 belts. You look at AEW, they using other brands' belts. Between New Japan, Impact, and AEW, you see everybody belt.
And AAA, yeah.
Right, AAA too. So it wouldn't hurt for them to have a light heavyweight division. You know what I mean? And their light heavyweight division would be way more compelling than 205 was because most of the fan favorites would fit into the light heavyweight division. The Darby Allins because we're gonna run Darby Allin to the AEW title, but Darby Allin shouldn't stick around the main event title because that ain't where he need to be.
Right.
To me.
He can go to certain
He can move everywhere. You know what I mean? So a light heavyweight division would work for him, like a Kip Sabian, like a Sammy Guevara, like, you know what I'm saying? These dudes, it would work for them. So if he went over there in that type of environment, maybe. But as constructed now, oh man, look, AEW Dark, AEW Dark,
AEW Dark. Oh, that's funny.
So
yeah.
And that's it. That's all you got?
That's it. Nah, that's the post.
that's the post. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. We went a little longer than normal because it got good. Shit got good for us.
Yeah, it did. I'm gonna download this and I'm gonna put it on my YouTube page as well.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
So yeah. I appreciate the talk, man. We had to do this, man.
Hey, when we gonna do it again too? Let some more BS come on around the corner. We
Yeah.
got some.
Yes, sir.
We gonna
Yes,
let y'all
sir.
know about it. So make sure y'all go check it out. Kingdom Come September 18th at the Gene
Yes,
Shepherd
sir.
Center in Hammond. Come watch this man do his thing in the ring versus the Ewok. Come watch me talk again. This voice is coming. This voice is working for me, y'all. Come check it out. Come check it out. Make sure y'all support Black Wrestling. Go buy the merch, buy the T-shirts. Go support, like the pages, do everything you need to do, man. Pump these people up. Tony Khan, where the black people? We out.
Yeah. All right, bro.
Hey.